So I had a situation come up that has kind of put this thought in my mind, right? I feel like I almost missed on an opportunity. I don't know how big of an opportunity, but you can't connect those dots ahead of time, only after the fact. But an opportunity is an opportunity, right? You never know what's gonna pan out. So this is the situation that I find myself in with an opportunity, right? I don't know if it is a good opportunity. I don't know if it's the right opportunity for me or this other party. But an opportunity is an opportunity, right? And before you can go to 1,000, level 1,000 with an opportunity, you have to start at level 1, you know? And so you just don't know, what does that level 1 look like? You know what I mean? Because if you lay it all out, level 1 to 1,000 from the jump, it's not a good look, right? Scare people off that way because there's so many things that could develop between 1 and 1,000, right? But you need to be prepared. So I don't know how big this opportunity will end up being, right? But it is an opportunity, right? I've got a guy coming over to meet with me today. I've talked with him a bunch. Seems like a really cool dude, right? And beyond that, I feel like we have a lot of things in common. Like we would relate to each other really well, right? And I think because of that, I wasn't going to clean my place as well as I would if somebody I didn't know or had never spoken to before were to be coming over here. For example, a couple of weeks ago, I had some random person who wanted to come have a showing at my place. So I had this place looking absolutely impeccable. Well, I haven't heard anything from them since they stopped over. I was one of 5 stops for those people, right? And I'm glad that I had my place looking awesome, right? But this guy who's coming over today might be a way bigger opportunity, right? But just because I feel like I relate to the dude and he seems cool and seems like he kind of, appreciates what I bring to the table, I wasn't gonna make my place look immaculate, right? I was gonna just kind of, it's disgusting right now, right? Disgusting is maybe a strong word. I wouldn't say it's disgusting. It's lived in, right? Different people have different opinions on what is and is not disgusting. So you might think it's disgusting, or somebody else might think that that's not dirty at all, right? But what I do know is I know that it's not my best effort. It's not my best look, right? And I'm not saying that I need to suddenly completely do what I did a few weeks ago and clean this place and make it look immaculate. But I do know that there are a few things that I could do to make this place look more attractive, right? And I don't know where this guy's mind's at. I don't know how serious he is about wanting to do business with me from a standpoint of making videos and commercial work and stuff like that. And also buying my place. Honestly, he wants to have a podcasting place, and this is a perfect place for a podcast, right? So I don't know where he is, but I do know that I have some things that fit into the needs that he has, right? Therefore, opportunity right now, right in front of me. But I wasn't going to look at it like that because it was a little bit more of a natural type thing, I feel like I'm glad I realized this when I have 5 hours or 6 hours or whatever until he comes over here, because now I can sink my teeth into doing something about it. And I feel because of a couple weeks ago where I cleaned really, really well, my foundation is a little more solid than it was prior to that, right? And so I feel like I could have this place looking really, really good and really, really impressive in 1 hour, right? If I really wanted to go extra, 2 hours, okay? So why would I not invest that time, right? Like, why wouldn't I? I owe that to myself, right? I would be investing in myself. And again, maybe it's nothing, right? But what if there's a 1% chance that he walks in here and I had this place looking immaculate? I don't know what's going through his mind as a business person. But he walks up in here and he's just like, light bulb, ding. Here's my checkbook. Let's do business, you know? Now, I don't ever think of it in those terms because it doesn't usually work that way, right? As far as it all happening immediately, because you got to have some patience. And honestly, I don't really want that. I want somebody who has the light bulb that goes off, but they also don't feel pressure, right? Because there is no pressure. If it doesn't work out with this guy, I'm going to continue to like knock on doors and, you know, see what other opportunities are going to be out there. But, you know, if we're able to continue on the business type relationship that we've already developed, and maybe because we're now meeting in person for the first time today, and he sees my place, maybe like that adds another layer to where his mind is at, you know? And what if the difference in getting from level 1 to level 1,000 was something as small and as simplistic as me cleaning for 1 to 2 hours? And here's the downside of it all, though, right? Of course, with everything, there's going to be a downside. And the downside is that I wasted 1 hour to 2 hours of my life cleaning my place and making my place look better, which for me personally, I don't know about you, but when I have a clean place and a clean workspace that's organized and looking good, which is not all the time for me, I perform better, right? I do better. And that's the downside. So there is no downside to this whole thing. Basically, it's time to get to work, right? And when it's all said and done, no matter how this meeting turns out today, I will not have regretted this time spent this morning investing in myself by cleaning my place and making my place look good. Plain and simple.